So this isn't going to be at all ropey because, you know, live streaming and all that. Yeah. Where is my stream health? Ah, here it is. I'm alive. Look at that. Boom. With crazy hair. Wow. Rude. I've got there's a pub really close to me. I say pub, it's like a social club, and they have some sort of band act, karaoke night or something, and oh boy, they are loud. I can't tell if it's a band, a really bad band, or if it's karaoke, but the singer sounds like she's got like gravel in her mouth. So, you know. Yeah, well, this is the thing, okay? So at the at VidCon, the merchandise was just over the top. There were people merchandising like crazy. They were just so, you know, overdoing it, to be honest with you. Merch. Everybody pushing their brand. So, you know, but I'm not. I was having no part of that, of course. What is going on? So this is going to be a short stream, I believe. Hey, PD, how are you doing? Thanks for joining in. I need some ears. I was going to wear some ears right now just in case you joined the stream. I need some ears. I need some custom ears. I need some cutting the caboose ears because ears would be cool. How are you doing? It is so warm today in the United Kingdom. Toasty warm, which is nice. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the stream today. I've been, well, as you know, Thursday I had surgery on my legs, which is great. And I've just filmed a surgery before and after video, which is not so great. Well, the results are great, but the before pictures are toe-curlingly gross, I'll be honest with you. But hey, that happened. And I've been recording some makeup videos, which are finally happening. They've been coming for a while. But my other channel, Creator Answers, that is going crazy. It's absolutely going crazy. I think I've picked up like 500 subs in the last couple of weeks. It's growing so fast right now. Hey Jules, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat. So that's just nuts. I'm enjoying that very much, which I like. So warm. Even the cats are tired. So I'm thinking of doing. So I was speaking to Nick about this, which is why I'm wearing a Nick branded T-shirt right now, and I'm thinking of doing channel reviews, in particular content reviews, and I've got some volunteers and I've got some channels lined up to review, but I think, much as I like to have this sort of chat, hey Shuddy K, much as I like to have this chat, a lot of what I cover I've already covered in my videos, or I'm covering upcoming videos. So I'm thinking of moving this over to Creator Answers when I'll start doing channel reviews and chatting about, you know, what's going on. Hey Casey Lake, hi Silkblade, how you doing? So I'm wondering, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about me doing? I know channel reviews are covered, okay? But I want to take a little bit more of a content angle than Nick does. Although I'll cover, you know, artwork and everything too. Nick already covers the, you know, the thumbnails, but I'm thinking of drilling into the content a little more. And I'm just wondering what you think. I'm wondering if we'd like that. Because also it could be useful to highlight, other creators and what content they're putting out. It'll be good for other creators to have their content highlighted, right? Because this is growing, and Creator Answers is really growing. I mean, just to put some scores on the doors there, Creator Answers is now outgrowing Cutting the Caboose at 4-1. In the last week, on the last 2 weeks, so before VidCon, Creator Answers was growing at twice the pace of this channel of Cutting the Caboose. And now now it's growing at 4 times the pace of Cutting the Caboose, which is crazy. but also good. And I've got so much good content lined up for that channel. No, Cutting the Caboose isn't going anywhere. I love Cutting the Caboose. It's me, you know, it's me on YouTube. But Creator Answers gives me a chance to do more, you know, put more value in for the community and for people. And it's just growing so fast. So let's see. If we pronounce 22 as 30 as 22, 33 as 33, 44 as 44, and so on. I don't know. I don't know why 11 isn't 21, but it should be. It certainly should be. And I'm sorry to hear that, Silkblade. That's sad. Boo. Sad when pets die. Pets are cool. Carol Ann Michelle. It is indeed boiling. 117 in Los Angeles. That is warm for Los Angeles. I've just come back from Los Angeles and it was not that warm there. I'm not going to be back in California until October. I'm going to be there for Vid Summit in October, and I'm going to be in Orlando in late October for Halloween. So yeah, I'm back. I'm not be back in the States for a few months, but I'm looking forward to it very much. So I'm going to be in LA in early October, and I'm going to be in Orlando late October. I might, if you're coming to Vid Summit, there's a very good chance we could meet because it's quite a small event. But my time is going to be pretty tied up. I know most of my days and time is already booked with collabs and with you know, I'm meeting people there already, so it's a pretty hectic schedule. And I also have to run, you know, I work, so even though I'm very lucky, my clients allow me to work wherever I am in the world, I still have to do that work, so my time will be extremely limited. But if you're coming to Vid Summit, then yeah, let's meet up. That'd be cool. Yeah, I thought so. 117 is hot. I mean, Vegas was 124 when the day I came back, and that was warm. But that's not unusual for Vegas. But I mean, 110 is hot for LA. Really, really hot. So yeah, but it's boiling here right now. It's boiling everywhere, it seems, right now. The whole world is scorchio. Even here, my cats are melting. They can't even be bothered to move. They're just like, ah. Yeah. So, yeah, there we are. Now, I was going to do one of those little reaction things this week. But to be honest with you, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm thinking of having surgery on my voice. And the problem with that is I won't be able to speak for about 4 weeks, which will make putting out my video content somewhat challenging, I'll be honest. So I need to really start pushing content very, very, very far ahead. And the most we've ever been able to get ahead so far is like a week or two. So that's... So I've been focusing so much on writing content because the problem I have is there's only so much I can do off the cuff. Most of what I have to write, most of what I put out, I have to write. And certainly with the Creator Answers content, I'm letting that... So if you're a creator, you've seen Brian and Nick talk about TubeBuddy and Morning Fame. I've also been playing with VidiQ, but I didn't really get on with it. Now, the last few videos I've been putting together, I've been leaving the tools that we have decide the next video. And I must say, it's worked. The last couple of videos I've put out, the title, the description, the tags, all of that has been controlled, not controlled, but I've really dug into the tools to make that work. And I had like back-to-back personal bests. So I had one of last week's videos has hit over 500 views in the first 24 hours, which, you know, for a small channel, that's a really big deal. And it was completely organic as well. I didn't use any AdSense or, you know, paid advertising for it. It was all organic, just on keywords, which is cool. So that tells me that there's some mileage there. Now, I need to do that a few more times to make sure. But the last two Creator Answers videos have done the same thing. Creator Answers is getting the sort of traffic that Cutting the Caboose wasn't even getting after 18 months. Go figure. So I now need to convert that into a how-to tutorial for the channel, which is one of the things that I'm trying to do with Creator Answers in particular, is every time I figure something out and I figure out a new, better way of doing things, I want to make sure that I'm passing that on so that everybody can pick up on that. Do you know what? Yeah, so going back to voice. Stacey, I know, and some people tell you my voice is fine, and I've had all the speech therapy, and my natural voice is much, much deeper. My natal voice, I can sing bass, I can speak, I can do a really, really good James Earl Jones impression, okay? So my natural voice is very deep. But it's the one thing, if ever I speak to a stranger and they don't see me first, I always get a, sorry sir, or something. I always get, you know, male pronouns on the phone. I've sort of swung the bar a little bit over, but my voice is something that really bothers me. And I've had a lot of, and I've got a couple of, I'm not dead set on doing the voice surgery yet. And I've got some more videos with Kathy Perez and, you know, the voice coaching. But I'm getting to the point now where the same as I did with weight loss surgery, there comes a point where I've got to stop beating that dead horse, you know? And while the coaching absolutely works for a lot of people, it really bothers me. And I'm not one of those people that'll keep pushing a rock uphill all day long if I don't think I'm going to get to the top. I'll just try something new. And I've been trying to improve my voice for such a long time. And it's certainly better. And I think my speech patterns are not unpleasant. I think, you know, my musicality is fine and the breathiness is about right. A lot of the, you know, intonation is about right. But it's still too deep for me. It still registers too deep. Especially things like, especially the, you know, the the things I don't think about. I laugh like Santa, you know. So yeah, I'm really investigating now the, you know, Yes On and a couple of American speech surgery clinics. So, you know, it's on the cards. No pun intended. I'm thinking about it. So, like I say, I haven't finished yet with, you know, with the voice coaching, but the problem I have is kind of time. People don't understand when they don't really comprehend when I say how busy I am, but my life is, I mean, packed. I end each day not having done all the things I had lined up. It's extremely busy. Even prioritizing, even applying a no zero days philosophy, I still get to the end of the day often with more things left to do than I started the day with. It's running a business, building a YouTube channel, just, you know, my house and looking after the pets and all of that sort of thing. By the time I get to the end of the day, there is very little time left for anything else. And trying to squeeze in things like the practice I have to do with my voice and even going to the gym sometimes is a real challenge. And that's, you know, and I apply prioritization, I apply weighted ranking to my life. I'm pretty methodical. And I just simply don't seem to have the time to commit, is the thing. Yeah, what I'm thinking, Pam, is holding up cards. So I'm just going to write my script on cards and hold them up and like drop them. I think that's what can go wrong. And just point at things. Or I'll use a sock puppet and get somebody else to do the talking for me. I'll write it all down. So that could be fun. That'll be a challenge for the YouTube subtitles, right? So that's what's going on. Let's see, I went to the gym this morning, which I know people are like, what, are you crazy? You can't go to the gym 2 days after surgery. But and here's the thing, okay? I always feel better after going to the gym. I always feel, it's like medicine. Now, I'm very sensible. I didn't train my legs because obviously they might have fallen off or something, which would be less than desirable. I only trained upper body and I only trained like 20 kilos on the seated machine. So it was very, very light training, lots of reps. But, you know, gosh, I felt so good afterwards. And yesterday, I ran aground. Yesterday, I got to about 6 o'clock and I was just like, boom, I hit a wall. I had nothing left. I was writing shows and trying to shoot some shows and put some content together. And I just had nothing. I absolutely hit bottom. So I went to bed quite early. And I slept for like 12 hours. I think it's like jet lag and surgery all catching up with me, but I feel pretty good today. And also some very industrial-sized cans of energy drinks are helping too. Yay. Yeah, that helps. Okay, well, so then, yeah, so I think channel reviews may even happen as soon as next week. The only thing is, I think I've got a hen weekend next weekend. My diary is all over the place, which means it's going to be really, really difficult to get all the content out I need to get done. I have such a busy schedule. So yeah, I'm just trying to you know what? Anyway, yeah, focus on the stream. I'll tell you what is interesting, which you're going to see in the leg surgery video, which I think is going up tomorrow night, is my bum. It's starting to show signs of improvement. I'm actually starting to see a fairly okay bum. And this is before I have the bum surgery. So I think the bum surgery is going to be quite successful. I think, you know, that there's something there that I think Dr. Peters can hang bum implants onto. Yeah, I think it's, and well, I was thinking about this, Pam, and I'm thinking maybe collaborations, or I may have to just, even if I just put out, if I can get, you know, 8 videos in the can and only put out 1 video a week on each channel, maybe that's the answer. Just drip feeding some content out and reduce the schedule. I think that'll keep the algorithm happy and hopefully, you know, not drive too many people away, you know. You think Trump is a Jesus? Well, that's interesting. One of many, or did you actually mean the Jesus? Hans. He's not my president, Hans, because I don't know if you know this, and I'm guessing you don't. But here's the thing: some people don't actually live in America. So if and I know this is a crazy concept for certain types of the American demographic, certainly not all. I know a lot of Americans. Most are not insane lunatics. But surprisingly, there are a number of Americans who think the world actually ends at the Canadian-Mexican borders or the sea. They don't actually realize that anything exists beyond that. So Hans Holtz there, demonstrating that particular worldview succinctly. Thanks there, Hans. So yeah, I think I pre-record as much as I can now, especially when there's surgery or when there's VidCon and things lined up. You know, I get a lot of stuff to go out and go in the can. So trolls are the best. I love trolls. Honestly, some of my biggest fans are haters. They're amazing. They're so, well, I want to say so creative. I had a turf on at me earlier. What did she say? I was just lunacy anyway. It was just like, I don't understand. There's this really bizarre hater mentality, which, you know, when you think, really, you should possibly have Googled that before you opened your mouth, because what's the saying about how we can guess if you're an idiot or not, but to really prove it means opening your mouth first. And it's one of those sort of like, oh, you really should have thought before you posted that. I've kept it for later anyway. It's going to be in... oh, that's true. And I think Americans know about Ireland, and possibly they know about China and Italy. They probably think those are just states, though. Some of these people, they're not that bright. They're not that bright. And there's quite a few. There's over 50 American states. Most of these people can't even count that far. So they probably assume that China is part of New York or something. You know, they're not bright. They're not the sharpest tool in the shed. That's just, you know, perspective. You know what? I mean, look, from the UK, from Europe, we have our fair share of floor shitters and window lickers. We really do. We really have some absolute morons. But I don't see... Oh, that said, we've got those National Front people, those racist people. They're pretty special. We've got, yeah, we do have a British breed of idiot. It's up there with the American. What do you call those, you know, vociferous, remarkably dumb American what do you? I mean, because over here we've got like yeah, the flat earthers. They're amazing. Flat earthers are my favourite form of just really. there's certain people who they will. There's basic maths and science, and it's this. They'd be like, "Oh, you were indoctrinated in school." I mitched my way through school. Seriously, this isn't about what being indoctrinated in school. This is about performing very, very simple, basic home science. You know, things like condensation and just like very, very basic stuff that anyone with with a mind to can test. Okay, for themselves. By doing a small science. And instead of that, they would rather have borrow or copy and paste opinions from lunatics on internet sites and then just co-opt their opinions. I'm like, oh, you're copying and pasting an idiot rather than actually verifying this for yourself with simple science, like really primary school maths. But okay, yeah, rednecks. Although, here's the thing, okay? I know a couple who, I mean, I guess, without using it as a slur, they would say that they're rednecks. They live, in a fairly wild place in a trailer, and they're absolutely amazing. They're properly clever people. They just love living off the land, away from, the bulk of society. And I kind of get that. So I'm careful using the term redneck because I know some people who would technically fall in that category and are actually like super clever and awesome. So yeah, go figure. I don't know. But anywho, I think all our societies we all have our own fair share of just like, oh good grief, you're embarrassing everyone, not only yourself. So yeah. So there we are. So there's that then. So that was exciting. Oh, how much did some more hate trolls? Hate trolls are so funny. Boo. What's your sexually attractions? I'm kind of bi, I guess. Indoor plants. I like some people, not many people, but I like some people. So in terms of sexually attractive, I don't really go for male or female, or I tend to go for either. I used to think I was only interested in women, and then I saw an episode of Stargate with Michael Shanks getting naked. I was like, hello. That's new. So that happened. That was very sudden. That was a surprise. Didn't expect that. So yeah, I guess bye. So there we go. Oh, that band! There's a really, really awful band. It sounds like it sounds like. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok? You know that guy made of rocks. Kind of sounds as if he had a singing voice. That's kind of what the singer sounds like. If gravel could sing, that's kind of what I'm hearing out the window right now. How do I feel about the lesbians at Pride protesting against? I think they're disgusting. I think. I think TERFs, I'm embarrassed to say this, but for a while I defended TERFs. I took the view that they have a viewpoint, and I think we should respect people's views. I think we should respect people's arguments and listen. I think one of the reasons that the world at the moment has got itself into this mess with people like Donald Trump and with Brexit and with, these decisions that are being made is because far left wingnuts didn't listen to far right wingnuts and left those of us who were in the middle just dealing with all the crap. The left and the right don't play nice, and they just poke at each other and piss each other off. But so I've always tried to listen to opinions of others. I've always tried to have, let's hear your point of view then. Don't just dismiss viewpoints I don't like offhand. Sadly, TERFs don't share that view. They aren't interested in dialogue. They're purely set up with hate in mind. They're a group who generally will attack and attack and attack And the moment you defend yourself, they will claim discrimination and say, see, it's violence. You're like, oh. So, yeah, I do not like TERFs. I've tried to be reasonable. I've bitten my tongue so much to try to, you know, be nice. Hang on a second. I need to reply to a friend who is... I've tried repeatedly to be pleasant to them, and it just hasn't got anywhere. They just, if you try and open a dialogue with them, they just see that as a weakness and use it as a method to attack. I did a video on exactly this, funnily enough, when I was invited into a television show to do to talk about my views on equality and how society treats me differently now that I present as female than it did when I presented as male. And TERFs lost their minds. They threatened my cat, they threatened my family with violence. They were going to bring an organised group down because a TV show dared invite a transsexual onto their TV show. So, you know, they were just insane, unhinged, dangerous lunatics. So, yeah, I've kind of, I've stopped even trying to talk to TERFs. They have nothing that I have any interest in hearing, to be honest. And their actions have proved to me that they're not somebody I want to have a dialogue with. So there you go, TERFs. I have no issue with people. Yeah, and this is the thing, okay? Look, the TERFs. Well, that reminds. Yeah, thank you, Leah. So this is what I had a comment earlier from a TERF that said the only reason, and get this, this is epic. The only reason that I transitioned, the only reason I've gone through all of this gender reassignment and spent years, you know, transitioning, is because I find lesbians, particularly TERFs, sexually attractive, and I want to force them to have sex with me. I mean, really? One, really? And two, really? Because this particular individual had a link to their photo in their profile. Not even their dog would lick them. Honestly, they were not attractive in any way. Neither personality or physicality. I mean, they had an aesthetic that not even their mum would find attractive, you know? So I'm like, wow, is that really what you think? How stuck up your own arse can you possibly be to think that that's the reason transgender people are, you know... I don't even know how to respond other than to just use it for content, right? Because, you know... So, yeah. So that was exciting. Let me just mute my phone because it's going off repeatedly. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. They're a special breed of absolute lunatic. And this is the thing. Okay, right? I have no problem with people not finding me sexually attractive. Seriously, it's fine. There are lots of people who are TERF. It's a TERF, a trans exclusionary radical feminist. Basically, absolute nut jobs. I've got a video on it, Stacey. In my look for my TERF video, look for TERF caboose. I think if you Google it, it'll show up. I've completely lost. I play drums. Yes, I do. I play drums and I play bass. And congratulations on Breaking Wind. I'm sure everyone's very proud. Very proud. Yeah, I get some great names turning up in the stream. Fair play, you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Where are all these new people coming from? There are loads of people in the stream right now. Hi, you guys. And I gotta back up here because I'm sure I've missed. British Cook in the house. Drew, I didn't see you sneaking in there. Yes, zombie survival tips. We're bugging out, Drew. We're heading for the hills and we're taking our knives or something. You've got a live stream video later, haven't you? So yeah. By the way, everyone. Okay, Pam Duthie. British Cook, They've got amazing YouTube channels. Although I got a bone to pick with Pam, she still hasn't made me my custom Disney ears, and she's been promising she would now since never, and yet she still hasn't made them. So, you know. And British Cook, well, he just does crazy cooking stuff. I mean, like really, really get in my face, tasty looking stuff. So you need to go and subscribe to those guys, like, because they're amazing. Yeah, turfs. So yeah, they're vile. They're absolutely vile. I think the worst part about them is they pretend that they just want dialogue. They pretend that, oh, you know, they're quite reasonable, really. But then you be reasonable. You fall for that, like lots of people have done, and you just very quickly see it's the thinnest of veneers, and it's just hate. Their argument changes with the tide. You know, it's no matter what straw man argument they will put up as justification for their hate, the moment you disprove or you show them that actually that opinion is based on, you know, incorrect information, they will change their argument to something else in a heartbeat. So yeah, you can't. They don't have a rational argument. They just hate, and they cover their hate with an argument of the month. They just make it up as they go along. So you can't. You literally can't rationale reason with them. Hanging with giants. Yeah, well, I haven't seen that, but I'm sure Drew has. I like makes food small size. That sounds good. So let's see what other is going on. What else is going on in chat? Thank you. Yes, a good t-shirt. Nick was just, you know, he was just handing out the marketing material. So so that happened. Yeah. Get through life, do what you want to do, and start fabulous. I'm trying to be fabulous. Fabulous is something that I'm working on, you know, all the time. Yeah. You know, I'm very, very lucky. The Caboose is getting a strong following. Creator Answers is really taking off way faster than I expected. And I haven't really got into its stride with that channel yet. It's still just picking up. I've got so much content for that channel. So I'm incredibly lucky to be where I'm at. Oh, no. To the hills. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, I have this motto, which is, funny enough, I posted it on one of my videos earlier, and it's something I try to stick to, but it's basically along the lines of, don't allow others to write your story. You know, it's your story. Don't let others write it for you. And don't let others pull you down, because people will. People will try to get you to do things based on what their irrational fears are. And so don't. You know, it's your life. It's your story. It's your journey. You've got to live it for yourself, not because other people say so, you know. So there we are. Well, this is going to be... See, but here's... Okay, so do you notice how my voice has now dropped in pitch? I'll start off. I'll do some vocal exercises before starting, and the pitch will start quite high. And then as I relax, my pitch just drops slowly over the stream, and then I've got to pick it back up again. And this happens all the time. And this is why I'm working on, this is why I'm considering vocal surgery, vocal fold surgery. The only problem, I have a fear with it, and that's I've heard some really bad results as well as good results. And I don't know how to guarantee I don't even know if you can guarantee good results. And I've heard some of the bad results be really bad. People end up only able to talk in a whisper, a hoarse whisper at that. Hoarse whisper. And I don't want that to happen, because my voice is kind of useful. I use it quite a lot, to be honest. As a, you know, as a remote contractor and as a YouTuber, my voice is fairly important in my day-to-day life. And for telling my cats to stop jumping on my face, it's very useful. Because cats don't do sign language, you know. Okay, problem is talking to a cam. Well, there are a lot of creators in chat right now, and I think we've all had that initial problem of talking to a cam. So, how about this? Why don't you start by learning the mantras? There's a couple of things as a YouTuber or as a creator on most of the video platforms called our calls to action. and you will have heard us use them over and over again. I've got 3 that I use frequently, and that's hello gorgeous, welcome to this week's Cut in the Caboose and in this show, and then I'll go into what I'm talking about. So why don't you borrow somebody else's and just practice delivering that to camera. You could also try the call to action, which is, so if you like this show, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, even drop in a dislike. It's all good for engagement. So you could try dropping in, you know, the calls to action. So get those down first. Start by practicing the calls to action. And then, as Drew has just pointed out, British cook, pretend you're chatting to a friend. A lot of my car content started out having a conversation as if I was talking to somebody on loudspeaker who wasn't actually there, just chatting conversationally. Now, there is a problem with that approach, and that's you'll say a lot, like I'm doing right now. I'm not actually reading from a script at this point. I'm just chatting to you about talking to the camera. So you'll think and you'll pause quite a lot, but you can fix all that in the edit afterwards. Not easy to do in a live stream. And this is where people like Nick Nimmin just nail this, because they're like a machine gun talking to camera. It's incredible to watch. Most of us have to rely on our editing skills to pull those ums and ahs out. So try that. Try some rehearsed call to actions, and try just chatting to a friend. Hope that helps. You can, yeah, Stacey, you got to do what makes you happy. And that's the thing. And that's, you know, but it's a little bit permanent, and there's no back out with that. So, you know, I am exploring every avenue first to see if there's a way that I can get my voice to a level. Because here's, and I'll be completely honest here. I think, sorry for being twitchy. My legs are hurting because of, you know, surgery. Also, the word guys. Don't say guys then. Although I don't mind guys. You know, it's all good. Can hormones change your voice? No, they cannot. They change it once. So if once puberty hits, if you're transitioning from male to female, your voice can't go back up again. Hormones can affect the voice from female to male, though. So female to male transsexuals who go through hormone therapy, their voices will break and it will drop, but it doesn't go back up again. That's a one-way street. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm twitching because my bum hurts. Yeah, I mean, here's something I try to do, which you may or may not have noticed. I know a few people have picked up on. And this is something I actually borrowed from Legion of Weirdos. He did a video on hottest actresses over 60. And one of the actresses he covered is the actress who plays Elvira. And it reminded me of something that Elvira, when she hosts her show, she always talks to the singular. She always talks as if there is only one person watching. So I always try to use singulars when I'm talking to people. I'll always refer to you. How are you doing? How is your day? I'm sure you may have watched this other video. So I'll try to only speak, I'll address a single person rather than talking to how are you guys doing. Now it's a little harder to do this in the live stream because you can kind of all see each other. So, you know, but in my recorded shows, I'll generally try to only address a singular person as if I am talking just to you and nobody else. So you could try that approach. Try speaking to a singular rather than a group. It also, apparently, it's better from an audience point of view as well because people feel a little more in tune with you. It feels more personal. So you could try that. Maybe that's an approach you could consider. I know, right? Elvira is just amazing. She's just awesome. Wow, well, it's so warm, and I've got to wrap this one up in a moment, I'm afraid. Short, and why is it always when there's more people, when there's a really, really active chat, are the ones that I've got to cut short? That's so unfair. And my legs hurt, because bloody surgery. So, yeah, unless there's anything else we need to pick up, I'm going to start wrapping this one up. Have I missed any questions? I was given opiates to take, tramadol and cocodamine, and I've stopped taking them. They just made me feel so brain foggy and tired and dizzy. So I'd rather have some pain but remain lucid than you know, have no pain and just be falling over the guts. So I've stopped taking those. But now, ow, ow, many ow. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up here. As always, thank you so much for watching. I cannot express with the right words how flattered I am that so many people are interested in my journey and in these shoddy videos that I'm putting out. And yes, I am single, but I'm kind of on the market now, maybe, or maybe on the market next year once all the fat and the ugly is gone, maybe. So yeah, I'm genuinely flattered and blown away that there's anybody interested in what I'm putting out, and I find that stunning, and I can see where I want my life to go a few years from now. I have a very clear vision of what I want down the road. So so there we go. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to Creator Answers, my other channel, please go and do so, because the live streams are going to be moving to that channel like real soon. So let me actually put a link to that here in the what's name. Coming up right here. Boom. So the live stream is going to be moving over to this channel in a week or two. There's still going to be, I'm still going to be covering the same stuff that I cover here. A little bit of, you know, here's what's been going on. But I'm also going to be covering some more tech tips and some channel reviews and that sort of thing as well for other creators. So it's kind of like going to be, I've spoken to Nick already. He's cool with this. It'll be like a Nick Nimmin light. But I'm going to be going into the content a little more rather than just the channel art. So that's the plan anyway. But I need to be a bit sharper. And I think it'll help. I think it'll help me. I think it'll help everyone. So there you go. Thank you so much. As always, I love you guys. You've no idea how blown away I am that this is all going on. And I will see you all in the very next show. Thank you so much.